Mini-series on ParentSquare and its features. On this video, I'm going to go over Forms. Forms is a great tool where you can replace a form that you would usually need parents to fill out and complete and sign and turn it into an electronic version. Some examples of this would be a user agreement or a permission slip. So to get there, we're on our home page of Newman Smith. I'm going to go to Add-ons. From Add-ons on the left-hand side, I'm going to click Forms and Permissions. And then you'll see any existing forms are going to be right here. So these are ones that I've previously made or ones that have been shared with me. There are some templates down here that you can browse. And then I'm going to go to New Form, and you can duplicate one, build your own, or build from a template. So I'm going to do build your own. So if you have, for example, an existing form like a permission slip, you can actually take that word or whatever it is, copy everything, and then just paste it in here. And then you can kind of edit the format a little bit. So that's what I did with the user agreement for Chromebooks, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. I do want to point out that you cannot have a table in here, and Forms is not one of the features that auto translates. So at the top you'll put who this is for. Most likely if you're doing a form, this is going to be for parents. You can do a category if you want. This is one that I just left alone. And then, do you want a signature, attachments, or require student information? So if you want it to automatically pull in parent information and student information based off of the information ParentSquare that's pulled from Teams, so that they don't even have to fill that out, that's a great one to do. You can require the signature. This is if you want to have specific questions that they respond to. You can add questions on here. I'm going to remove that for my purposes. On the require signature drop down menu, you see here you're giving permission to a child for indicating approval or agreement or for verification. So if I was doing a permission slip, I would choose this first one. If I was doing like the user agreements, I did that one. So they basically just checked a box and said, yes, I agree, and then they had to electronically sign. So let me go back to my forms so you can see what they look like. So this is the Chromebook user agreement. I copied and pasted this from a Word document. Now usually you'll see here the replacement cost. This is usually in a box, in a table, which is not something that I can use in Forms, so I just have it spaced out with tabs. Bold and italics and all that are still things that you have the ability to do. So you'll see down here where it says child name, so however many children they have, they can it'll give them a drop down menu and they'll pick the appropriate child. It automatically is going to pull their phone number, email, and information name. They just type their name, click I approve, and it automatically makes it for them. If you're doing multiple ones for different field trips or games, if you're a coach or whatever, maybe you can actually duplicate your form and just change the date or change the name of the event or whatever it may be. So it's super easy to keep doing. And then once you've made your form, when you're doing a post to actually share this information with parents and get them to sign it or complete it, you'll go to New Post, and then you put your subject and your schedule and all that information. If there's any additional information you want to put in the description to explain what it's for or when it is, you can do that here in your box as usual. And then just go over to the left hand side, do Forms and Permissions. You'll put a deadline on this, so I'll just say, for example, September 4th. Now you cannot pick a specific time, so just keep that in mind as you're picking your date. And then you can create a new form and it'll take you back to the form page, or you can select one of your existing forms. And then when you send it, it will be attached. I hope that's helpful. As always, please reach out if you need assistance.